We're live. Hello, welcome to Looking Through the Glass. For those of you that join us, it's kind of one right after the other one, but hey, why not? We're live with Kristi Akram again because she's just so interesting and so much fun.
Hello.
So, you were talking about dream messages in your dad, right?
Yes.
Okay, so start us from the top.
Okay, well, first of all, I was a daddy's girl. I was really a daddy's girl, but at the same time, me and my father had a very rocky relationship. So even though we were close when I was younger, there were certain things in our lifetime that kind of obscured our relationship. And so certain things were awkward and whatnot. And when he passed away in May 25th, 2018, which was years ago, I had a really hard time with it. And I ended up having to go to counseling because of the amount of guilt I was carrying, and I was constantly having panic attacks. I just felt very out of control of my own body and mind from the grieving process. And I felt a lot of guilt, first of all, because I didn't go the day I was supposed to. And I had told him that I was going to come the next day, and literally that morning I had gotten a call that he had passed away. So I had a lot of guilt of not being available to see him in the end and canceling on him. But there were three things that I really had a hard time dealing with. Was I didn't remember the last time I had told him I loved him. That was something very awkward for me, just because of everything that had happened. I would show him, every way that I could think of how to show him I loved him. I would take care of him. I was paying for part of his rent. I was going and buying him food. I would make him food. I would, visit often. As much as I could, and I was trying to fill his life with good memories. I would buy him things that he had from the past that were good memories. I was trying to upgrade his TV and his recliner and everything, everything that I could do to show him. But it was just hard for me to say the words. And the other thing that I had guilt for was I didn't remember the last time I talked to him about God. And that's something big with me. And I felt like when he was in the hospital, I should have been praying with him. I should have been praying for him, in front of him. I should have been bringing him closer to a place where he could go instead of suffer for the remainder of eternity, And the other thing is, even though we did have a very rocky past, he had asked for my forgiveness. And he was very genuine about it. And I didn't remember if I had offered him forgiveness, if I had told him I forgave him. And I felt guilty that he could have passed away thinking that I didn't love him and I didn't forgive him. And so that kind of really, really weighed on my heart more than I could physically manage. And so shortly after he passed away, a few things happened. Again, I was struggling with the thought of him not going to a better place because of the lifestyle he had lived and the things he had done in his life. I was worried or scared, or I'm not sure the feeling, but I didn't want to think of him being in a place where he was suffering. So one night I came home after work. We were about to all go walking in the park, and one of my daughters said that the dogs were barking, at the kitchen, and she happened to like glance at the TV that was turned off at the time, and she saw my dad's reflection standing in the kitchen doorway. Now, my personal belief is if you pass away and, you know, you go to heaven, or if you're awaiting to go to heaven, your soul cannot be here any longer. That's just my personal belief. And so
what you mean by like physically?
Yeah, like you physically can't be like your image, your soul cannot represent you here anymore.
Okay, but not in the mind's eye or the spirit's eye.
Yeah, like in a dream, yeah, or anything like those, but not as like you can physically see with your eyes.
Okay,
that's what I believe.
That just clearing that up.
Yeah. So I told her I kind of got like really worried and stressed. And I was like, I really don't want to believe that. I was like, I don't want to believe that. And so I ended up going walking with my youngest daughter and her father. We were walking the park, and he was about 10, 15 feet in front of us because we were having me and my youngest daughter were having an important conversation about my father's passing. And I was telling her, you know, what my other daughter had seen in the TV, and I was telling her I don't want to believe that, you know, but I wish I could have some kind of sign that would tell me he's okay and he's in a good place and he's not suffering. And in that moment, like a shooting star, but it wasn't like we were just looking straight, not up in the sky, not far away. It was right in front of us. It lit up the ground. It was right in front of us, like we were looking directly at it, just going across our faces with the tail and everything, like a shooting star. And it was silent. And me and my daughter immediately looked at each other. And I was like, what was that? And she was like, that was for you. That was your sign. And I was like, well, why did you see it? And she said, that's so nobody thinks you're crazy. And then we called out to her dad, and we're like, did you see that? And he was only like 10, 15 feet in front of us, and he's like, no, I didn't see anything. And we're like, how? It like lit up the ground and everything. But he didn't see it, so it was just meant for me and her to see. And so after that, I had a little bit more peace, but I still was struggling with those things that I felt guilty for, the talking to God, the saying I love you, and the forgiving. And there was a time when I was a teenager up into my very young adult life where my father lived in Oregon and on his family property. And so the way we would correspond was through letters and packages. And my dad was like an artist that was never known. And so on his envelopes, he would draw like different artwork, and it usually was things that I liked. And I love frogs. So one of them was the envelopes had a frog holding an umbrella in the rain and everything in the puddle.
You know what I find hilarious is as long as we've known each other, I didn't know you liked frogs.
Yeah, isn't that weird? There's a lot of things actually. Like, how do you bring that up?
Well, we've known each other since we were freaking 12.
I like frogs. I feel like the majority of our conversations are deeper than that.
Yeah, I guess so. We always have the extremely deep conversations. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
And so I kept having this reoccurring dream of that artwork, and I remembered it from the letters because it was one of my favorites. I think that's another reason why, because probably any other picture I would have been like, what the heck am I dreaming about? But this one I specifically remembered, and I'll explain where I'm going here after I tell the story.
Yeah.
But because it was my favorite, I remembered exactly what it was. And so I was thinking, oh yeah, this is what my dad wants for his funeral. You know, this is the theme. I'm going to use this picture. But instead I was like, let me go find this. So I looked through all my letters, all my envelopes, and I found it. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to read it. It was tough because I didn't really want to, because I was having a hard time.
Yeah.
But I was like, if I'm seeing this, it's something. It's got to have something. So in the letter, it was like a return letter. So I had written him a letter, and this was a letter he was writing me in return to a letter I wrote him. And in there, it addressed the 3 things that I was having guilt for. It said, thank you for the Bible. And the Bible I remember the Bible I gave him, I highlighted things in it, you know?
Yeah.
So he said, thank you for the Bible. And he was like, thank you for forgiving me. And he said, I love you too.
Wow.
And so those 3 things that were all in this one letter.
Wow.
And so it was like just a domino effect of things that led
to the 3 things that you weren't sure of, out of all the 3 things, out of all the things that letter could have said, out of all the letters that you guys have sent back and forth through the years while he was up there.
Yeah.
It states those 3 things.
Yeah. So it almost ties into what we were talking before about timing.
Yeah. And I honestly believe that things get written in the past and we don't know the significance of them later on.
Exactly. It's the timing of healing, because that letter was years ago.
Yeah.
Years.
And you know, it correlates with what you say about the Bible too, is, you know, these passages can mean different things to you at different times. It's going to say something different to you every time you read it.
Exactly.
Because that's where your mind is, and that's how your mind is going to correlate it. It's going to bring it into where you need it. And that's the wonderful thing about synchronicities. But it was literally your dad answering you.
Yeah, and also like talking about synchronicities, because I have bags and bags of letters.
Yeah.
And I don't remember anything on it. I don't remember any of the artwork on any of the other ones, except this one was my favorite. That's why I knew exactly what it was when I saw it in my dream.
And somehow, some way, it was put on his heart to write those exact words to you with that exact picture that was going to absolutely put such an impression in your mind that when you thought about him, you thought about that letter.
Yeah.
And it said just those things that you literally had just asked, that are, you know, these are the things that I feel guilty about.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It was a reoccurring dream. I kept having the dream of the picture of this letter.
Well,
of the picture. So it was like, I was being told, go find this freaking, like, wake up and pay attention and find this letter. Because I kept having it for a few days, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go find this letter.
Yeah, like, all right, shut up already. Yeah. I had a dream. It was really weird after my aunt had passed. It was a little while after she had passed, and I had a dream, and it's one of those things that I say that is absolute Snickers. Stop it. Sorry, cat. She's always trying to get into something. No, stay off of there. I said, thank you. But like, it was just like the dream was kind of weird, but it was like it went right back into like when she was alive. Like I was cleaning something up for her or helping her with something, rather, because she always had 50 billion different projects going. And it sounds kind of familiar. But yes, she always had to have something new going on. But it was like, and then there was like a mess that happened in her house or whatever, and then it was like we were just hanging out, just talking, and stuff like that. And it was just like, wow, it really correlated, like when she was alive. you know how dreams are, they have all these weird things going on, but the prime message of it was, hi, I miss you.
Yeah.
You know, that's, and you know, maybe you're right with the earring situation.
Yeah.
Now after you're saying that story about with your dad and the letter, that's all the way my Aunt Regina is just saying, it's okay. You're doing
Right.
good. Look at the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
That's the best way. Yeah.
And I gave
Because
you
how
you.
grown up she looked and how beautiful and everything. Look at the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
Wow. It was very healing though. Did it help you a lot? Did it help heal you? Or are you
Yeah.
still trying to
I mean,
comprehend it?
I don't do well with death, especially the loss of a parent. You know,
Like
it's
no
just like
other.
something you never get over the pain. I feel like you never grieve completely. You just adapt to the pain of the loss, and you just adapt to the way life is without them. But it never goes away. You never stop grieving. I don't believe you ever stop
I
grieving.
think what helped save me with my aunt, because I spent, you know how much time I spent with her. I was with her almost every single day.
Yeah.
And I think what saved me was moving away, putting that distance to where I couldn't go see her every day. So I had to heal that part, you know, because I would wake up, especially with a head injury, I would wake up and be like, I've got to go over there today. I haven't been over there in a while. She's going to be mad.
Yeah.
Giselle said, we aren't supposed to feel guilty. Guilt keeps us from healing. God wants us to heal and be a part of our divine selves. If if we hold guilt, we cannot heal, and those that we feel guilty for cannot carry on.
Well, then my dad's not carrying on because I have a lot.
Carry on my wayward
You know what's weird
son.
though? Okay, I have a different kind of guilt. I don't feel guilty for anything I did because I know that I loved my dad good. I know that when everyone else abandoned him, I
You were
was the
there.
only one standing there with him.
Yeah.
But what I feel guilt about is how my living situation was with, like, I wasn't making enough money to do really anything. I didn't really have a vehicle of my own. So I feel like now the things that I do have, if I would have had them then, I would have taken him to do everything he wanted to do. He wanted to go fishing. He wanted to go to Disneyland and watch his grandchildren in Disneyland. You know, he wanted to go just to go on a road trip. Like I wish I would, like, I have the guilt of not being able to do those things for him before he passed away. And the guilt is that he died with having the regret of not being able to do the things that he wanted to do before he died.
Wow.
I feel like it's a very selfless kind of guilt. And so that's where I needed, like, the sign to know that he was okay and that, like he didn't feel bad.
Or that he didn't okay. Actually miss out.
Yeah, like he didn't have any, like he couldn't move on, you know?
Yeah. Well,
because of the things. But that's still, even, like, it chokes me up even thinking about it. Like, he didn't get to do the things.
Giselle says, you did your best. He knows that you did your best. He died happy knowing that he had a loving child. Those weren't the important things. You did more for him than anybody because, yeah, he didn't go to Disneyland and get to watch his kids, but his daughter stood by his side when everybody else left him.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
That's much more important. Coming from somebody that had everybody dump them.
I know that, but at the same time, like when he was stuck in the hospital bed, I bet you he was like thinking, I wish I could have gone to Disneyland and watched my grandchildren. I wish I could have at least rode for road trip one last time. Like I felt guilty that he probably had a lot of regrets.
Yeah, we can relate with you on that part.
Yeah.
We can understand that part personally, because we had the same thing, and that's rough. It's really rough, because you just feel like they're missing, and they know that they are missing out too.
Yeah.
There's that part. That part is absolutely beyond rough, and nobody can understand it, and even nobody can understand where you're at exactly. They can somewhat relate, but you're you.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand me. I have a different kind of heart. You know what I mean? Like,
Giselle's yelling, saying he says no. Giselle's yelling, saying he says no. She should probably just, like, should we three-way call her or something?
Tanya, what is she doing? Is she working?
She should be off. Giselle, do you want us to three-way call you? Oh, okay. I'm gonna three-way call her. Hold on.
Are you technical savvy to do this?
Yep. Add call. I got it. Bear with me.
Hey, you figured it out.
Hold on. There we go.
You figured it out, and I looked down and it says on hold.
Hey, everybody. Welcome, Giselle.
Hi.
Look, you can actually be a part of the party now. Yeah, I decided to do another live because, hell, why not? Two.
So we left. I left, and then I came back, and I was like, "She's still on live?" And I was like, "Oh, it's a whole new one." And then I hopped on at perfect timing, and yeah, I didn't get to do my other dues, and yeah, I'm being yelled at because Kristi's saying all this stuff, and I have somebody else in my ear going, "No, you need to tell her," and I'm like, I got told that you gotta let that go. I'm not frozen. It's easier said than done, but
You're not frozen.
But that wasn't it. That was not it. No, because I understand that feeling of what are they thinking? Well, they're suffering, and because I have that heart thanks to the two of you, and.
What do you mean by the two of you?
You and Kristi, the two of you have such large hearts and have always had big hearts, always thinking of others and not yourselves at times. And
at times is my point. Kristi's much nicer than I am.
I've always seen that in Kristi, and no, that was not the case. He wasn't in the hospital bed wishing that he had done things. He was looking back at the things he has done and he's gotten to see and that he's gotten the time with. And the one thing he only wished for and he is thankful for is
your forgiveness.
To get with you.
Your forgiveness, Kristi, was what he always wished for. And I know your dad's energy. I know your dad.
Yeah.
I remember spending a lot of time with him, with you.
Yeah.
I remember preferring to be with you and your dad. I loved your dad. He was an amazing dad. He made his mistakes, but he always did have a good heart.
Yeah, he always had
a beautiful heart.
It was distorted.
Yeah. Well, it happens. It just does. And I know I've never held any judgment against him. I hope you know that.
Yeah.
But I know his energy, and I'm telling you right now, he got your forgiveness, and that's all he would ever want.
Yeah.
Because you were the star in his eye.
Yeah, I was his favorite.
You were. You absolutely were. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that one. You and him always had a really close connection because you let him be him.
Yeah.
But I remember going camping with you guys in the RV and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember that thing so much.
It's really funny that you guys say that Kristi's his favorite daughter, because at work today somebody was wearing a t-shirt that says, "My favorite daughter bought me this shirt." And I asked him, and I was like, "So do you only have one daughter?" He goes, "No, I actually have 5. Like, so which one bought you the shirt? And he goes, "The second one, and she probably bought it with my money."
That's okay. Dad's Father's Day card that got made for him said, "Dad." What does that even mean on the inside? D, dependable. A, ATM. D, dispenser. It was pretty funny.
World's greatest farter.
Well, thank God, COVID. That's one thing I was thankful for COVID for. I'll tell you that much. Every time I'm like, thank you, COVID.
But I know that you're being watched over, Kristi, and it definitely, your guilt's not holding him here. Nothing is holding him here. He just, your happiness is all he wants, and he couldn't ask for a better ending.
Well, I mean, he could ask for a better ending, but I don't think he was going to get it.
Have you.
Kristi, you're so dark. You're like, well, he could have asked for a better ending, but he wasn't going to get it. What the hell? What happened? Oh, what you said?
Oh, man, I cracked myself up.
Giselle, are you watching? Hey, if anybody's watching, please say wave hi. Let me know you're there. Please. I'm all alone. I'm enjoying looking at myself eat Cheez-Its anyways.
Have you tried to talk about Cheez-It things?
No, but Andre and I want to try.
They have talk about Cheez-Its?
Yeah, it's a giant Cheez-It tostada, and then they have it in a crunch wrap too.
Huh? Who's the one person watching me? Ew, that's spit.
Probably me.
Oh, you're watching me? Can you look at my neck? I'm getting hearts. Are you doing hearts?
Nope. It's not me.
Oh, hi, whoever you're there. Can you let me know who you are, please? Please? Please. Will you quit? Dog's going absolutely insane to get in here. So excuse me, I must let the brats in. Talk away, Giselle and Kristi.
Oh, I get put on the spot. For real. Like, she don't even say, hey, Kristi, why don't you want to say something? It's just Giselle, take away. And it's like,
Come on!
Because I've been on here for like 3 hours. Talk about, like, I don't know, how was your day? Fantastic. Like,
You're on camera.
no, I'm not.
No, Jinx isn't. She just like looked at it, like stopped and looked at it.
I know, I could see you.
Oh, you can see me? Hi. I didn't know you could see me. Wait, will you stop fighting me?
It's slightly lagged.
Ow. It's me.
Yeah, Kristi.
It's me. Who's Smee?
that's my favorite movie. You don't know Hook, where the guy goes, it's me.
I love Hook. Like with Robin Williams?
Yeah, that's what it's from. It's me.
I'm lost.
Okay.
I hope you find your way.
I'm finding my way just fine.
Yeah, it's not saying you're lost because you're finding your way.
I'm still lost.
You're looking at the map upside down.
Probably. Or inside out. Oh, Jinxie girl.
You're looking at it through a magnifying glass.
There was funny because I found something the other day that was speaking of looking through the kaleidoscope. And remember me telling you that it was like looking through the kaleidoscope?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what it referred to, but it was talking about looking through the kaleidoscope. Hi, honey.
Kaleidoscope?
Yeah, where it's that one thing that you look into and you turn it and it like changes different colors and shapes and stuff.
Oh yeah, kaleidoscope.
Yes, kaleidoscope. So I cannot even remember what the whole thing referred to. Do you remember what I was referring to?
I think you were talking about when you hit your head.
When I hit my head?
I think so. I don't remember exactly.
When I hit my head, I don't know what the hell I seen. I didn't see shit.
Yeah, it was like the cartoons with the Tweety birds around your head.
Yeah, when I hit my head, I didn't see shit.
I don't remember what we were talking about then. Because it was about you seeing,
like different things I was
maybe
seeing.
It was your dream.
My
Yeah,
dream.
I think that's good.
My dream? I don't know. I've had a lot of different dreams. Like I had a dream the other day. What?
So we talk every day. I don't remember all of our talks.
We do talk every day, and we talk a lot. We talk for like 5 hours. Like we should literally like fucking move in together. I hope I'm not supposed to. I don't know if I'm supposed to cuss on live. Sorry if I did.
I already did before you did.
Oh, did you? All right. Giselle beat me to it.
Giselle cusses all the time. I'm bad. I got a sailor's mouth.
I think sailors were better than me. That's my excuse for not remembering.
Thanks, Mom.
No, that wasn't me. That was your dad. I don't know what he said. That's my excuse for not remembering. Me hitting in my head.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
What? Who are you talking to?
Talking all the time. Too much info. Oh, yeah, right? Too much info. There's too. He's saying that, yeah, he agrees with you, Kristi. We talk all the time. My husband.
There's a fucking owl over there.
Brain overload.
Woo! On a fucking branch.
We actually have a freaking bird over here that Jocelyn and I are like, is it an owl? Do we hear an owl? It's a freaking mourning dove.
Oh my God, Mom, please, can I tell you guys about what happened when I was living with you?
Please.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my favorite...
It depends. Does it mean, does it make me look bad or good?
No, it's not even about you.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm glad it's fucking conceited over there. Is it about me? Type
So
thing.
vain.
I figured it automatically was about me, but okay.
No, okay, so way back when we lived with you, but we were in that back room, the bigger room.
The gaming room?
Yeah, the gaming room. So we just watched, I think, The Fourth Kind, one of my favorite movies. And it's been a couple nights or whatever, but the movie freaks me out. And so
that's the one with the aliens, right?
Yeah. So I'm having a hard time sleeping. And, Andre and his snoring ass, I was just like, okay. And then I'm laying there, I look at my phone, laying there, and then I hear an owl. And I'm like, am I gonna start seeing a glowing light here in a second? Like, I'm a little freak. And so I'm like, I really gotta pee now. If I really want to get up and walk across this house, I'm scared I'm gonna see an owl in the window looking at me at this point. And so I get up and I walk out the door, and there's the back door, and I'm looking out the door window, and I'm just looking, and I look around for a second.
Now.
And I start walking down more, and through each window in your house, I was looking out the window, like expecting to see a fucking owl staring at me. And finally, I kept hearing it. Who? And it sounded like it was right there. I shit you not, I was so scared. I went back, finally gets to the bathroom, and I'm just like holding on for dear life. Like, I'm scared I'm gonna start seeing this bright ass light come through the skylight. I was like, this is my day. Nobody's gonna believe me. Oh man, I will never fucking forget that. So owl scared the shit out of me. Ooh. Fuck off, Kristi.
Do you want to talk about one of the wonderful paranormal incidences?
Oh my God. My name is David. And only those who are there shall know the truth to that. Oh, dude. We had quite a few paranormal incidences.
Yeah, a lot.
Actually, somebody at work told me today, they were like, oh yeah, we have a ghost, by the way. And I was like, I believe it. And he was like telling me that one day they came in and there was a battery, like a car battery on the floor with acid everywhere. And they went back and looked at cameras, and like nobody, they were like just to see if somebody like might have placed it, because there's like a 2.5-inch lip for these batteries to sit on. So they went back to see if somebody like pushed it off or like put it up there wrong or something. And no, nobody's been down the aisle for at least 10 minutes or something. And an hour after closing, the battery just fell off.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was
Those
like,
women do acid.
I was like, that's totally trippy. He should have recorded that shit.
So, one of the times at my grandmother's house.
Oh God. I'm scared.
Stay tuned. You're going to want to hear this. We're at my grandma's house. It's one of the oldest houses in Las Vegas. She's the third owner of this house, built in like the 1930s. It's like on a hill overlooking the Vegas Valley. It was beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sight. The house was built for a wife that was turned it into like a farm. Okay. And if you think back into Las Vegas back in the 1930s, Las Vegas isn't the desert that people think it is. It's actually a lot of wetlands and a lot of it's high desert. So there's more moisture and wet. But so I would always sit on the porch of my grandmother's house and I would just drink my coffee and I would just imagine how beautiful it was back then. And I had been well aware of the fact that my grandmother's house has been haunted my entire life because it was an old barn. It still smelled like hay. And when you had to walk upstairs to get to the front door, and then you walk into the house, and there's a set of stairs that is as steep as and as wide as a set of ladders. So it was like they literally took the ladder and built steps into it. It was creepy from the outside. Yeah, I couldn't even get kids to I had to go out to the street to get kids candy on Halloween, and they still refused. Because they talked about the lady that always looked from the loft window. And there hadn't been people living there for years. Well, when I first moved in, the lights were turning on and off by themselves. All hours of the night. Like, it was so bad. Like, when it first started happening, we get up, turn it off. And then a couple hours later, wake up, it's back on. Get up, turn it off. And it got so bad and so often to the point where it was like, you'll kind of open up your eyes, lights back on, screw it, and go back to sleep. Open up your eyes a little bit later, lights off, cool. And then, so I finally got irritated one time. And they turned on, because they kept turning on and off the lights. I have to work. And I get up and I'm like cussing and I'm like, you are not the only ones that are in this house, and you aren't living, so you don't have to work. Right?
Oh my God, I'm already fucking, the fucking mirrors in the house, and I've said this before, the mirrors.
She was so happy about those mirrors, though. But so then the next night, when I went to go to bed, I had a feeling. And I remember looking at Giselle going, I'm going to get in trouble when I go to sleep. Because I knew that they were waiting for me to go to sleep to have a conversation with me. And I shit you not, I go to sleep and I'm having a conversation with the ex-owners of this house. And there was the main woman who the house was built for. Her name was Henrietta. And I kept saying the name Henry, but I didn't know that it was the female. Her name was Henrietta. And I had grown up seeing her at the top of the stairs. And every time I went to walk down the stairs, I thought that she was going to push me. But because I seen her reaching for me and I felt that adrenaline rush. So I thought she was going to push me, but it was just the opposite. I kept seeing the visualization of her rolling down the stairs and smacking her head because there was no platform. It hit stair and brick wall. It was literally stair and brick wall were connected. So I seen her tumbling down the stairs and breaking her neck, hitting that wall and breaking her neck. So I was fully aware of this ghost throughout my entire life. I was not fully aware of the other ghosts that were in there. And they were all very happily maintaining each other. They all knew each other and got along well. Like my stove, like if you put the pan, if the handle was out too far, it would move in. the trash can wouldn't be where they wanted it. So it would be pushed out somewhere else, and it would be pushed out right in front of you. Like these are things that happened immediately. But so the second I was going to sleep, I was like, oh crap, I'm in trouble. I just felt it. So I go to sleep, and in my dream, I'm sitting there in, like, you know how you have the outdoor patio furniture with the umbrella. It was like we were sitting in that in the backyard. It wasn't. I don't think it was my grandma's backyard. I'm not sure. It felt a little bit different, but we're sitting in the backyard, and we're all sitting at that table. And she was literally getting on my case because it was not female like to be using those words. It was not godly to be using those words, and that I should have more pride for myself and not embarrass my family that way. And so we had to work out a deal. I'm not even kidding. We had to work out a deal on the light situation, where I was like, look, I'm living. I have to go to work. You turning on and off the lights all throughout the night is not helping me. I understand you want to get up early because my grandmother got up at 4:00 every morning. Now I kind of understand why. But it was literally a conversation with them. But we had so many different instances that happened in that house. It was unreal. Like, the power was out. It was just me and the dog at home, and we're both downstairs. I'm laying on the couch. There's no power. There's nobody in that house. And the dog and I start hearing footsteps going across in the loft upstairs. And we just looked at each other, looked up at the ceiling, looked at each other, took a deep breath, and just shut our eyes. I was like, we both know that we're the only ones home. So, but I've also had things attack me. Like, I got flicked in the nose once. I was so angry. I was so angry. I was like, how dare you touch me? Talk to me? Fine. Show me signs? Fine. Whatever. Do not touch me. And it like sat on my back and literally like wouldn't let me move. And this wasn't one that was part of the house. I think that there was a portal in that area because I wasn't the only one that experienced stuff in that area. Other people that knew of my grandmother and my father and knew me, would talk to me about it. Other elders in the neighborhood. He would stop by and talk to me about it. He knew who I was. And then there was like some neighbors that experienced stuff. So there was a portal. And I believe that the people that were living in my grandmother's house, the ones that actually built it, I believe that they were part of the protectors of the portal because they were protecting their property. If you get what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, there was one time where literally I had something sitting on my back for a while and I couldn't move. And then all of a sudden it jumped off my back and flicked me so hard in the nose that my nose started bleeding. And at that point I was like, Sage, nope, here we go. But there was another time I was laying on the couch.
It looked like you were playing the drums.
Right here? Is that what you're saying?
When you said, here we go.
I don't know. Are you watching me?
Yeah.
Oh, you must be one of my 3 people. Hi, whoever's watching me. And
hi.
Thank you. I love you. And so there was another time I was laying on the couch and the power was out because I was poor. And and Giselle and her sister were gone. And I'm laying there, and all of a sudden, it was like this shadow just kind of went booyah, like in my face. And I jumped so fast. And there was times it would lock Giselle out and wouldn't let her through the door, and she would be fighting to try to get through the door. But so anyhow, all of this stuff leads up to, we decided, my grandmother had left a tape recorder there with tape, one of those little handheld ones. So we decided to do a paranormal thing, right? And so we're like upstairs in the loft, and we're like taking pictures, and we're asking questions, and not hearing anything, not seeing anything. So we moved down the stairs into a little bedroom. I don't even want to know if you can't even necessarily call it a bedroom. It's kind of like a transition type library, itsy bitsy room. I don't even know what to call it. But so we're in this room, and at this point, it was a roommate's room, and we're sitting on his bed, and we're sitting there, and we're trying to do this paranormal search, trying to catch something on tape. And we're discussing about the lady in white that we see at the top of the stairs, which is Henrietta, the one who the house was built for. So we're discussing her. And we're discussing what we all see, and then we're discussing the two brothers that we know, that we feel contact with. One of them was not fully there. He had mental problems, and his big brother was very protective of him. That was the second owner. The third one was being my grandmother, and my grandmother had a lot of abilities too. But so we're sitting there, and we're talking about the lady at the top of the stairs and what she's wearing, and what she reminds us of, and this and that. And we're doing the recording, asking questions, stopping and listening, and this and that. And in the middle of this, I'm replaying it, and I said, is it, what is your name? And I hear, my name is David, right? I get so shitstone scared that I scream at the top of my lungs, and I just throw the stupid thing across the room, and it breaks. And at that, my roommate starts screaming, and Giselle starts screaming, and then my son starts screaming. And we're all in this little tiny room, and we're all just screaming, ah, oh my God, ah, oh my God, there's something really here. We heard it. Ah, right? Giselle is on her knees, holding on to me, going, Mommy. I pee my pants. I'm so scared. I literally pissed my pants. I'm so scared. Okay? And I grant you, all that was said was, my name is David. And then so my son, in the middle of us screaming, he stopped screaming, and now he's going, guys. And we're like, running all around, all over the place, screaming, not knowing what to do, not knowing where to go, and just holding on to each other, screaming and pissing our pantses. That my son's like, stop, you guys, hey, hold on, right? And then we all stop and get quiet, and he goes, wasn't that Chris? My roommate. It was the roommate in the middle of and I forgot that he said jokingly, my name is David, in the middle of the recording. Oh my God. Literally, there was pee on the floor. We are screaming so loud. out that we can't use our voices anymore. We are so frantic, running around, not knowing what to do. Giselle's on her knees going, Mommy! And I'm like, what? And it was all because my roommate decided to say, my name is David, all jokingly, and I had totally forgot about it.
So now that is our little fucking family joke, to the point where I have bought her a magnet that says David on it.
This is you, David. So there, for all of you that want to look in through the glass, there's a little peek at the history of looking through the glass.
Oh my God.
Oh, remember when you and I were in my mom's backyard and we were talking and we heard some noises and we went back towards the swings and where it was darker, but there was a little light and I had moved and it was my own shadow and I started screaming. I jumped and started screaming. I was like, ah! And I was like, oh, this is my shadow.
One of my coworkers scared me today too.
Your brother scared me. I'm over here doing a live, and all of a sudden I look over through my office window, and it's dark outside, and I see a big old head with eyeballs staring at me, like this.
I can't see you, but Kristi can.
Like, you gotta rewatch that video.
Literally, this is.
It's worth it.
Whoever's on here, say hi, please. I don't know if you can get a.
I can't feel lazy. That's not what I want. What the fuck?
Hey, I lost 2 people. They left me just because I said hi. Didn't.
Oh, it was that face.
Oh my
Then there was a time at work.
God, she's going on.
What?
Hold on.
Hold on, what?
I'm trying to see your face.
Yeah, you gotta skip. Oh, you gotta go back. How can you see it if it's live?
Because it records it
Go
and
back.
uploads it at the exact
you can
same
go
time.
back on it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it records it and uploads it for me automatically. What the hell?
It kind of looks like scary.
Her face is fucking white teeth on top and little yellow teeth on the bottom.
I know. I quit doing drugs and my real teeth start turning yellow. What the F is up with that crap? And while I'm on drugs, they're like, oh yeah, no, they're really white. Da, 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 da. My top matched my bottom. Now my real teeth are going yellow and I don't even do drugs anymore.
My top matched her bottom.
What?
They're both big.
Your top matches your bottom. Maybe you should stop wearing your ass as a hat, Mom.
Hi, honey. Thank you for joining us. You don't have to, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I'm just going live because I know it helped last time and I'm determined to make it help.
Her top matches her bottom, but I'm just backwards. I've got a butt stomach.
What happens when you have balls?
What? That's what happens when you have balls? Is that what you said?
No, B-O-T-H. Balls.
Both what?
Both what? An ass and a stomach?
Yeah.
I got a butt stomach and back boobs. All the way around.
Oh, See what happens when age hits because
extra like lit right above it. It's like a little pocket.
I'm double. What? I'm double put. Like it don't matter what size you're on. It don't matter. It don't matter what side you're on. I got it on both sides.
I know. So do I. So like my butt right on top.
you know this is live, right?
Like, I have a little extra meat, but it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, but when I wear jeans.
Does your camera?
I know. I turned it off for a second. I had to. My dog is snoring so loud right now. It is unreal.
When I wear jeans, I don't get a camel toe. I get a stomach toe.
Your camel toe would be covered by your belly boob.
I get a camel apron.
A camel apron? My husband's going, wow, what the fuck? It's okay if you're scared. We are too. He put a camel on there. Is that why you like Egypt so much?
Fupa, no.
It's a fupa.
No, it's a camel apron.
I like one hump or two.
Oh no, sometimes it's 3.
Depends on how tight the jeans are.
I was gonna say depends on how tight the jeans are. In all honesty, because sometimes you get an extra set of boobs. Camera's going off. I'm still here. Camera's going off. I'm just doing things that YouTube doesn't
Are
like.
you on live still or no?
Yeah, we're still on live.
Oh, great. I forgot.
That's the best part.
Don't make burn. Kristi, the fucking teapot.
No, nothing to the imagination.
What imagination?
Yeah, I left nothing to it. I just described everything.
Well, yeah, it's on, and it's like one big lump, and then a little crease, and then another bump, and then a small little bump for the boobs. Because I don't have enough boobs to cover my belly.
I have to wear the wide band bra because
Okay, honey.
if I don't, then my back boobs come out from underneath my bra.
Right?
I'm gonna have that feel.
God.
Tank top, and my tank top gets tucked underneath my back.
But then when I put my bra down on my back boobs, then I got like armpit boobs.
Yeah.
Go up a little bit. Either down or up. And so my best friend will come along and she'll fix it for me. She's like, here, let's cover them up, honey.
That's so funny. It's hard to get it yourself. The arms just don't work that way.
Yeah.
Whew.
No, but like, Mom, you got T-Rex arms, so of course they don't work that way for you. Ooh.
Are you turning into an owl again?
Ooh.
Woo!
What did you do? Your fucking arm started to move.
Huh?
You did this arm thing.
Oh, this?
What?
I don't know. How delayed is this crap?
Go up higher.
I don't know. How higher do you want me to go? I'd rather have that extra skin. So I can fly away. Fly, take me away.
Over here.
But like I want to like lose weight, but I don't want to lose too much because when I run, I'm my only supporter. I clap for myself.
Just like my mom getting the black eyes while she's running.
She's got that problem too. It's just now that I hit like 40, it's like they've gotten their own support too. But then since I lost so much weight so fast, it's like the right side's not as bad as the left side. I think I need to do more shake weight or something. What? I can't hear you.
I got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Well, you know, you're supposed to keep horses out of your thighs, and don't name them after me.
That hurts so bad.
Who's watching? Can you tell me who's watching? Can you please interact? Well, I know. Oh, you. That sounded really. Oh, you. It's me.
Oh my god. Shit, what were you talking about?
We were talking about a lot of different things, and then we started talking about being our best supporters when we run.
I chin check myself every time.
How do you chin check yourself?
Just with my chin.
What? So the other day, I tell my husband that I figured out how to eat without it hurting so bad, since I'm going through all the stuff up there. And he goes, "How's that?" I said, "Not move my top jaw." He goes, I said, "Only use my bottom jaw to chew." And he goes, "The bottom jaw is the only one you can move. How do you move your top jaw?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just do."
Timmy, I'm trying to figure this shit out right now.
What are you trying to figure out? How to move your top jaw?
Your bottom jaw by itself.
Huh? That's all you know. I am totally confused. Are you stoned?
Maybe not.
Oh, you fucking suck. Life, no life. It's not for kids. How do you like my red hair? How do you like me now? How do you like me now? Kristi.
What?
I was asking your opinion.
Oh, I like it.
Do you like it?
She wasn't asking me for mine because I'm the one that did it.
Yeah, she's the one that did it. That was creepy as all hell.
That was like a perfect movie, fucking horror movie creep.
Right? Do you remember when she left her little kid with us? When we lived in the apartment? And it started playing with Jocelyn's toys after she left?
Yeah. No. Who was Jocelyn's little fucking,
It was playing with Jocelyn's little kitchen, making all kinds of noise. Like, all of a sudden, out of the middle of nowhere, it just started going off.
Oh, who was Jocelyn's, like, little friend? Like, her... I wasn't even an imaginary friend.
No, she never said his name.
Rico.
Yes, she did.
You said yours was Rico, but Jocelyn, she never said his name.
No, she had him when we lived at Grandma Dee's.
Yeah, she never said his name.
Yeah, she did, because when we were driving up to go see family, even though she was sitting there and she was like, oh, like such and such. I was like, George, or, she had a name for him, and I can't remember what it was.
I don't know. I don't remember the name, but I know that he, that like on the way back, she just sat up out of her car seat and she was like, oh no. And I was like, what? She goes, he's going to be mad. He's going to find out I'm not home and he's going to be mad.
Yeah,
I was like,
friend. She used to say him by his name.
and because like we would be getting in the shower because she would always take showers with me. And it was easier than giving her a bath. She's like 3 years old, you know? And so we were like getting ready to get in the shower, and there was that mirror right in front of the bathroom door. And she was like looking in it, and she's like, close your eyes. Stop looking at me. It's rude. Like that. And I was always like, who the hell is looking at us? They're not just looking to you. They're looking at me because I'm standing here naked too.
She was a creepy ass kid. She's creepy now.
I'll just say she's still creepy.
Like, it's so weird how it just stayed attached to her. Like, that creepiness just stayed attached to her as she grew up.
Goes to show creepiness isn't always go away. I had to close that for a minute. Are we all there?
Like, her creepiness even shows underneath her eyes.
Underneath her eyes?
Yeah, because she gets some bags.
Is that her, the creepiness that she carries him in? The bags that she carries her creepiness in?
Yeah.
Dang, I must look really creepy then.
You carry your creepiness around underneath your eyes too?
It's her fucking bright ass blue eyes that do it too.
I got told I had pretty eyes today.
Oh, what the hell? I got like a sharp pain in my left temple.
I've been getting that too. Like literally like right through there.
It's like a shooting sharp pain.
Yeah. I've been getting that too.
It came out of nowhere.
Uh-huh.
Dang.
Well, I don't know who's all with us. Whoever you are, I hope you're enjoying us. If you come across these videos, I hope you enjoy us.
We're gonna watch this shit and go, what the hell?
It might just get locked inside going, I am so confused. What's going, what? Who's what? Welcome to Looking Through the Glass.
They're gonna see it and they're not gonna want to watch it because of how long it is. They realize these bitches crazy. How did he thought?
Is that you?
I went in there to look at Joey's comment.
One hump or two? Is that what you're laughing about?
He was like, wow.
Yeah, he was like, wow, what the F? And then one hump, we put a one hump camel and a two hump camel. He's like, one hump or two. And then he put the death signs and then kisses. Is that acknowledging he was going to die?
I think he's acknowledging that we were killing him.
Oh.
He was laughing so hard he was dying.
Oh. Is that
Oh my
why
God,
he said,
Mom.
I gotta go, I'll be
Learn
back in a
the
few?
emojis, Mom.
It's death things. I think of a pirate flag.
Hold on. I actually think there is a pirate flag.
Now are we looking at pirate flags on live?
No. Oh, yeah, there is. Like the very first thing. Look.
Oh! No crap.
Somebody give me some hearts and likes, you know.
I've been.
There's no
You don't
likes.
pay attention, ma'am.
There's no likes.
Dark.
Like I got at least three people. Why are you putting, isn't that Japan's? No, theirs is a sun.
Oh, is it a sun?
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know my shit then.
It's a red sun.
Who's that then?
I don't know. I can barely see it. It's like a speck of dots. But I don't even know all the countries, so. Will you put a like, a thumbs up?
I can only put so many, ma'am.
Kristi, did you put a thumbs up? Those are hearts.
I don't have a thumbs up.
Really? It's next to, it's right there. I know you can't see.
It's the how's it off? I can see it, Kristi. When you look at the screen and you're looking at the comments, there's a little heart on the right hand of the screen, right above the chat bar, where you click on the emojis. And you click on it, and it works.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the likes next to the person. How do you get it? Right there.
We don't have that.
Oh, it's right there.
That?
It's the thumbs up. You don't have the thumbs up? Let's switch my accounts. Should have been doing that the entire yeah, that. How come I don't I have my own thing? There we go.
Your own thing?
There I am.
No. My brother said there's a way to be able to make this like something at a consistent thing. And so I'm going to figure this out.
Hey. That's kind of fun.
In your journal, in your general settings on YouTube, it says, remind me to take a break. Remind me when it's bedtime. The setting in your YouTube account.
That's so funny. I'm hearing it. I don't know where the like button is. I don't know how to do that. Well, that really sucks. Oh, there we go. I did it. It's so funny because I'm hearing myself over and over and over. But anyhow.
I actually probably should get my butt to bed.
Yeah.
Me too.
I think that our live is over. We've spent 2 hours, almost 3 hours on live today.
Yeah.
Thank you for enduring.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for enduring, everyone. We appreciate you. If you come across this, please like, subscribe, share, blah, blah, comment. You know how the spiel goes. Check us out some more. I know this is long, but you shall endure. All right. Thank you for being with us. You guys say goodbye.
Bye.
Till next time. Peace out.